Knowing how to think empowers you far beyond those who know only what to think. Quote of the day. Now, let's get to our most requested altcoin from the last video, ADA. We're going to look at ADA against Bitcoin and ADA against the US dollar. So if you like the video, give us a thumbs up, follow us on Patreon and our private Telegram to get more content. So let's get right to it. If you want another altcoin requested, leave me a comment below. The one I get the most of, I'll make on the next video. So let's get right to it. Let's look at the positives and the negatives on this chart. This is the weekly chart, ADA BTC. You need to be comparing your alts. My brain just shut off for a second. Comparing your alts to Bitcoin to get the biggest picture of what you want to hold. If you're not outperforming Bitcoin, then why aren't you just holding Bitcoin, right? That's kind of, should be an obvious thing, but not most people. Most people just like glance right over that or don't even know to compare their coins to Bitcoin. Now, let's start out with the positives. The positives going all the way back to 2017, we are putting in macro level higher lows so far, right? That could reverse, but I like the chances. The concerns, and there's a little bit more concerns than positives, because that was really the positive. I guess the next positive is, it's been trending up since Bitcoin, against Bitcoin, basically since inception, really, right? You start your inception line, you draw it, it goes up, right? So that's good as well. It is, believe it or not, it's in like the top 10 for altcoins gaining on Bitcoin, right? There's not a lot of alts that really just outperform Bitcoin for multiple years on end, and ADA is there, so that's a positive. Now, the concerning parts are the glaring, should be glaring at this point to you. Look at the volume. Look at the volume for the past, since the Pico top right back in here. And is that the Pico top? No, that's the other concerning part. We couldn't even make a new all-time high against Bitcoin, so that is a concern, right? Another thing, right? This could be the ADA may never outperform Bitcoin again, right? We never may make a new all-time high. I'm stuttering a lot today. So like 9,000 Satoshis, I believe, something right around in there is about as high as we got back in the end of the bull run, 2017, 2018. This time we got just barely above 6,000. So will that trend continue, right? Are we only going to put in 5,000 this time against Bitcoin? Maybe. If we can break this, yeah, then I would say ADA's got a legit chance to do something pretty special here. Now, maybe like in the grand scheme of things, like we look back in a couple years from now at, whenever the next end of the bull run is, I would say somewhere around 2025, give or take. So if we draw that line out, I mean, just, imagine that. Imagine we're on just a, magic carpet ride to ascending triangle, 10-year ascending triangle, heaven here. And we just break out of this coming into the, the blow off phase of the bull cycle. And we put, another one of these in, right? This is where altcoins just absolutely explode, words. And so maybe we do that again. And, imagine if Bitcoin is at, 100,000, 200,000, whatever, and ADA puts in a new all-time high, ADA is going to be well valued against the US dollar. So if you're wondering how to do that, you can just divide wherever you think the Bitcoin price is going to be here by whatever Satoshis you think it's going to be, and that'll give you your US dollar valuation. So that's ADA BTC. So maybe we have that to go on, but there's, a little bit more concerns in that because of this kind of lower high. But, maybe that plays out beneficial for us in this, massive ascending triangle for literally maybe could potentially be like 8 years after it plays out. So we haven't looked at that before, so maybe you like that. How about ADA against US dollar? Let's go look at that on the weekly chart. Same chart. So did we make a new all-time high against the US dollar? Yeah, right. So easily there. $3 last time. $1.30. So we doubled it, right? So that's great. Maybe we do that again. Maybe we get to, $6, $7 this time, right? That would still be a hell of a move from where we are at 35 cents, right? So ADA got hit a little bit harder than a lot of altcoins here. Certainly the bigger alts. As you can see, I mean, you can almost draw a straight line. When I say nothing moves, they say nothing moves straight up or straight down. ADA tried to test that theory, right? That's pretty much straight down. So what can we look for? For the weekly chart, right? And again, what's concerning is this volume. There's really not a lot of volume here for buys. So, and we're holding resistance at the 21 week. So for me, for ADA to really dollar cost average again, you could do it here if you think, right, we're going to several dollars again. And just if you have a long-term outlook, then sure, these prices are great. But if you want to be super safe and, just you can take a, 5, 10, you want to secure 10x, then I would say, like, just wait until you get above the 200 week. Then we'll be in the blue skies again, and you don't have to risk anything. If you have more risk built into your brain, then, buying down here is okay. But the volume is a little bit concerning. The straight down line is a little bit concerning. So that's a little bit more weak than some other coins. So, compare whatever some of your other altcoins are to what this is looking like. And another way to do that is by looking at RSI on the weekly, the relative strength, right? ADA is 43. There's many coins higher than 43 right now. The relative strength index, it compares your coin to the rest of the market. So if there's a coin that you like that you also hold besides ADA that's at 70, you'd probably be better off holding the 71. It's doing better by definition than the rest of the market, right? So just, by comparison, right? Let's just go look at some random ones here. Axie Infinity, Engine Coin. Let's flip it around. Let's look at the dog. The dog's even doing better, right? Chili's, right? So most of these are about average, but there's XRP a little bit higher. How about Litecoin? That's a shocker, right? Chainlink, let's look at that one, right? About the same. Most of these are, mid to upper 40s. So if you're finding coins that are doing better than that, right? You should probably be holding more of those. Look at Bitcoin, right? You would hope that you're going to be out holding Bitcoin, holding some Bitcoin, right? Over these alts that are, down lower. Now, alts can move faster once Bitcoin calms down, but until Bitcoin decides what it's going to do for sure, altcoins tend to struggle a bit. Watch your Bitcoin dominance as well. That's creeping up. So looking at ADA, watch your relative strength. Watch your volume. I mean, a lot of coins have even crossed on the ADX and DI here to the bullish side. All right, the green is on top on some of the alts. ADA is still not there. So sign of weakness so far. Doesn't mean it can't explode in a couple months from now. But as for now, is it the fastest speedboat in the pond? No. Right, by definition, right? We're looking at that. So that's, my job is to relay the information to you, not to make you feel great, but to give you the best info that I'm seeing in the charts, unbiased, right? That's what you should be really focusing on. And most people get all the views that just try to tell you you're going to be rich in the next 47 hours and just buy this altcoin that's definitely going to do very well. I have ADA, right? Well, Celsius has my ADA, but I have a lot of that. So yeah, I'm still in it. I have no choice because Celsius has all mine locked, but so it's still a coin I hold. I still think it's going to do very well at the next alt season, but we're not there yet. And I think it could just be a little bit stuck in the mud right now, based on the volume, based on the charts, based on, everything that we've looked at. So that's what I'm looking for so far. We need to overtake some of these moving averages. The 21 week, right? We're coming into this kind of a lost support zone, right? Right, you can see right here, right? We're kind of right there, right? That's lots of rights. That new T-Mobile commercial. Am I saying guaranteed too much? So we need to flip that as support. Maybe if we could flip 45 cents, then we can, push up towards this 200 week. Overtake that, and then we're good to go. So that's what I'm looking for on ADA against US dollar and Bitcoin. Hopefully that helped. Leave me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment if you want to see more. Something else, what you like, what you didn't like. Appreciate every feedback that I get. So car of the day, Mercedes CLK GTR, one of the rarest cars in the world, and definitely the rarest Mercedes ever built. There's only a handful in the world, if that even anymore. About 5 years ago, I got to see one in person. Is probably this one. There's only, I think, 2 in the United States. This has got to be probably the odds. It's silver. I believe they only made them in silver, at least in the U.S. when the ones they sent to the U.S. Roof scoop, amazing. It's got its own lift built in, so it can raise itself off the ground, so you can change the tires easily. A couple million. Even 5 years ago was a couple million. I'm sure they're 5-10 million at this point. So rare. And highly sought after by, the billionaire collectors. So CLK GTR. That's it. I'll see you on the next one.